How are you?
Not bad.
Just so I can concentrate on what you're saying.
Yep.
I'm just gonna flip the gun off.
Okay, I don't consent to any searches. I just want to make that clear.
I'm not gonna search you.
I don't consent to any seizures either.
Okay. I'm just gonna hold this so I can have a conversation with you.
Okay.
About this.
What crime am I suspected of committing? And you just pointed that gun at me when it was loaded, just so you know. You twisted it, pointed it right at me.
Like
Before you wrecked the slide, you pointed it right at my legs.
People are calling about a guy walking around with a gun, so...
Okay. That's not illegal. Can I have my gun back and get moving along?
Need your ID, and then we'll get you on your way,
What
sir.
crime do you suspect me of committing?
Like I said, people are starting to call about a guy carrying a gun.
Yep, that's a report of illegal activity. What crime do you suspect me of committing? In order to stop me, you have to suspect me of a crime. Can you get your supervisor here?
He is on the way.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, but like I said, people are concerned. It's a public safety issue. So I'm here to make sure everyone's all set. You make sure you're all set. Okay, so I just need to get your ID, and then we'll call it good.
No, sir.
You're not going to give me your ID.
Unless you are issuing me a summons as 17A, 15A
I need to make sure
requires, then...
Can you let me speak for a second?
Yep.
I need to make sure you're not a felon to carry this.
Do you suspect me of being a felon?
I don't know you. So
Okay, if you don't suspect me of being a felon, then I would like my gun back and I would like to proceed on my way.
In order to carry a gun, you're not allowed to be a felon.
Correct, but unless you suspect me of being a felon, there's no reason for you to stop me.
There is a reason to stop you.
Unless you suspect me of a crime, as Terry v. Ohio, Delaware v. Prowse, requires you to have a suspicion of crime before you detain an individual. Brown v. Texas does not allow you to stop an individual and demand their ID.
Can I get your first name so I can speak to you on a person-to-person basis here?
No.
You're not going to give me your
Nope, I'm not
You're
going
to
to.
be that type of guy when I'm trying to have a conversation.
I'm sorry, sir, but for my own protection, I would rather not give you anything because any name I give you is going to go in the police report about this incident.
There's going to be no police report.
There's a police log generated for every call.
This is called a pedestrian trip.
Yep. And unless you have a reasonable suspicion that I'm committing a crime, you can't detain me. I have to be free to leave. It has to be a consensual encounter, sir.
Here's the deal, sir. You are walking down Congress Street carrying a gun.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that illegal?
It's a cause for concern.
Do you suspect me of committing a crime?
Sure.
Do you suspect me of committing a crime, yes or no?
Sure. I need...
Suspenders. Keep my pants up. Yeah, that's the buckle for the suspenders.
This is common practice, dude. Okay?
Yep. It's illegal common practice.
It's not illegal. You see a guy walking down the street carrying a gun.
Yep.
Okay.
Is that the only reason why you stopped me?
Yes.
That I'm carrying a gun?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I want you to refer you to DeBerry v. U.S. DeBerry v.
Here's my supervisor.
DeBerry v. U.S. says that a firearm, where legally carried, cannot be the only cause for reasonable suspicion for a stop.
Yep.
Am I free to go?
You are?
Okay. Can I have my gun back?
Sure.
Thank you.